Hi you guys, welcome back. I want to light a candle real quick for the vibes. Okay. Hi! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, I'm Jake. I'm 20 years old. I live in New York City. I am still in school at Rutgers. I'm doing it all online. I graduate next May. Yeah, that's like my intro. Hi, it's me. This video is gonna be a little different. I typically do fun vlogs, random vlogs, me traveling, and just days in my life, but I think that it's been a while since I've opened up about what's going on in my life and where I'm at mentally. Yeah, just everything. So I want to share with you guys and kind of talk through how I'm feeling about everything and what's new, what's going on, what's coming up. If you don't know, I moved to New York when I was freshly 20 back in February. I turned 20 on January 26th. I came into the city on February 5th, and then I moved into my apartment February 15th, so all very quick. But I have been here for, what is that, February to March, March to April, April to May. I've been in this apartment for over 3 months now, and it's starting to feel like home. It's starting to all come together. I don't love it. It's not my end apartment. It's not my end goal by any means, but it's a stepping stone. I feel like everything in life is a stepping stone, and that's what I'm realizing. And over the past, I would say, few months since I've been here, I thought moving to New York was gonna cure a part of me and cure something that felt like it was missing in my life, because I felt very empty where I was at previously, just in life and location wise, and I love New York, and I was like, you know what, this will cure all my problems, is moving to the city at 20, proving people I can do it. And I'm here, I'm doing it, but I'm not cured. It's not I don't feel any different, you know what I mean? I feel the same. I still have days where I don't want to leave my apartment, where I don't leave my apartment because I feel unmotivated. I feel so lost in life, and this is such a common feeling that I don't think enough people talk about or showcase, and I kind of want to be here to do that, because I think a lot of my persona online is very loud and obnoxious and arguably annoying. I annoy myself watching the videos back and editing them, so I appreciate you guys who watch them. If I'm being honest. But I also think that a part of my life that I try not to show is what's not going right, where there's a void, where there's a gap, and that gap right now is in finding something that fulfills me and being fulfilled on a daily basis. I think throughout the past, I would say year, because last May is when social media picked up for me the most. I've done so many cool things. I've gotten so many cool opportunities. But I also feel like over the past year, I've done all these things and I've gotten to try different things I like. And I think at the end of the day, I realized that what I've been doing has been keeping me busy per se, but it hasn't been making me fulfilled. It hasn't been, what I would love to do. And part of growing up and part of being in your 20s, let alone 20 years old, is not having everything figured out, but figuring it out along the way through experiences, through what you learn, as you grow, you learn what you like, you learn what you don't like. And I think you also realize that you only have one of everything. And what I've realized is you do only have one of everything. You not to be dramatic, but you only have one mom, you only have one dad. Now, granted, there's, stepmoms, stepdads, somebody that may be a mother figure in your life. We all have many moms in a way, I suppose, but at the end of the day, you have one mom, you have one dad, you have one first this, you have one first apartment in a big city, you have one first 20th birthday, you have one 21st birthday, you have one graduation of college, you have one first day of school, you have one of everything. And going through life as if you have many is just going to leave you unfulfilled. And that's, looking right now at my life, that's where I'm at. Is I put my head down and, I get a lot of shit for people thinking my parents pay for my life. I don't owe anybody an explanation, but they don't. I pay for everything I'm doing. I pay for my living situation. I pay for everything that you see is coming out of my pocket. And I'm so blessed to say that social media pays for me to support myself, and modeling here and there helps as well. But with that, I thought I would be fulfilled. I thought if I can support myself in New York City, one of the most expensive cities to live in, I'm gonna be so fulfilled in life, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I've made it. But I'm here, and I'm doing it, and I feel nothing. I feel so empty inside. I go to bed feeling so unfulfilled, and a lot of you guys on here especially followed me from my coming out video months ago, back in December, I think I posted it. And with that video, I saw people moved by what I said and what I did, and that was the most fulfillment and impactful thing I think I've done and I've felt in my life, or at least in a long, long time. And I go through my day trying to find something that's gonna do that for me, but nothing has. I'm not oh my god, I need to have it all figured out, but I think I'm at a point where I want to pivot paths in life, and something that really intrigues me and that I love to do, that I don't talk about or even showcase on here, because I try and keep like certain things that make me truly, truly happy. I try and keep them private, because when people find out about things, they often try to ruin them, because we live in a world of jealousy and spite from people who are unfulfilled in their own lives, so they try and bring other people down. And we've all been on both sides of that, and it's not a great place to be. So I kind of try and keep certain things private in my life, despite what you may think. But I really love to travel and explore cultures and see new things and see how people live and how people communicate and how people think. And I love poetry. I think that's very cliche to say, but I do. I love poetry. I love words. And I think that there's something so impactful about seeing how certain words and certain things can change people's lives. I'm also like, I'm not crying right now. I don't feel great. So that's why I sound a little down. Yeah, I guess I just feel I don't have any direction in life right now, and I don't know where I'm going. And I made a promise to myself to never work a corporate job. And maybe one day I'll need it. Maybe, that's why I'm getting my degree, is all goes wrong, then I have a degree and I can hopefully get a job. But that's not my goal. It's not an ambition I have for myself. Some people do. That's just not for me. I don't work like that. I like to be doing multiple different things, multiple streams of income. I love that life and kind of the uncertainty that comes with it. But with that uncertainty comes doubt, comes fear, comes these days and these moments and these dry spells where you feel like nothing's going right. There's many people going through this, whether they show it or not. And I think it's important to talk about the fact that you will never have everything fully figured out, even when people on the outside do. And you never know what somebody is going through. You never know what the person across from you at a table is going through, right? Like, you could be across from your best friend and they could be smiling and they could be fighting with things that you have no clue about. And I think that just, I see these reminders and I always remind myself of that, because we all get wrapped up in our own lives and in everything that's going right for us, wrong for us, what we want from certain situations. But at the end of the day, like, you have to understand, like, everybody has their own shit. We all have our own shit. I don't know where I'm going with this. I have no clue where I'm going with this. Let me take some water. I guess I'm trying to say, like, I want to do something that's more fulfilling and that impacts people on a deeper level. And sure, like, I post a funny video here and there, or I post a video that does, okay, it gets, however many thousands or million views. Great. How does that fulfill me? It doesn't. A number does not fulfill me. But impacting that number, aka like impacting the people that see that, fulfills me. That's why my coming out video like actually made me feel fulfilled, because I feel like I helped somebody. And I know I didn't get to nearly half the DMs probably from that video, and I apologize. I would love to do something that impacts people on a level like that on a daily basis. And I think right now in life, I'm trying to figure out what that is, because my work right now, I'm not naive to it. It doesn't change people's lives. Nothing I do is life-changing. That's the fact. I don't know how else to say it other than nothing I do is life-changing. Not saying that I need to be changing lives, but I want to help lives. I want to help people. I want to do something for people. Like, I care so deeply about people, especially the people close to me and the people that I love. People that have been there for me. I'm not great at showing it, and I'm aware of that. Nothing like happened, by the way. Nothing happened that's making me say this. I've just been waking up the past week and a half and feeling just empty inside. You know what I mean? Like, I have everything I wanted when I was younger, and I feel like I have nothing. And that's like a really shitty place to be, because my problems are people's dreams. Like, my daily problems, things that inconvenience me on a daily basis, are things people would kill to be inconvenienced by. And I know that, and I'm very aware of that. That being said, internally, you have one life. We have one of everything. Like I said, you have one life, and you don't know how long you have. Like, I could sit here and say, well, your 20s are for figuring out your life. Nothing pisses me off more than when somebody tells me, oh, you're so ahead for your age. Oh, you're 20 and you're financially supporting yourself in New York City. You're so ahead for your age. Take a break. Take a break. I'm not going to get where I want to be by taking a break. I'm not. Jake, where do you want to be? That's between me and myself. But at the end of the day, I want to be way further along in life than where I am right now. And further along for me is not what everybody expects, which would be like, oh, he just wants to be rich with a hot husband and, this. Like that's really not. I think that's the persona I cling to, because it helps me mask my problems and mask how I'm feeling on the inside. But at the same time, I think deep down, I just want to be impacting people in a way that has a lasting effect on them, that they can like look at what I'm doing and be like, oh, like this makes me feel better. Whether that's being somebody's like comfort show in the future, if I'm lucky enough to host a show and somebody can come home and watch a show. Like I remember when I was younger, I would go turn on Yolanda Gamp. She's this cake decorator. She had this YouTube show called How to Cake It. I would turn it on at the end of terrible days as a kid. Well, terrible as a kid, which in retrospect were amazing days, but nonetheless, days where I was struggling, and I would just sit there and watch her videos. I would come back from football practice and I would just watch baking videos. I would watch these people because that's what brought me joy, that's what brought me comfort. And I want to be that for people, and I want to feel like I'm like somebody's, I guess like feel like I'm somebody's support. I love supporting people. Ew, that sounds cringy, but I do. Like I love being able to help people. I love it. I really, really love it. And I feel like I haven't done it. Part of this is like an apology to you guys, I guess, in a way, because I feel like I haven't done everything I can to help people that need it. I guess part of me feels like I owe something more to everybody. I just want to change the world in a way that's beneficial and not negative. You know, everything happening in our world, and I try and keep my political views private, but I don't agree with a lot of stuff happening in the world, and it scares me. And basically the SparkNotes version of this video is that I'm not happy with where I'm at in life mentally and work-wise, and work being the fact that I'm doing great in that sense, but at the same time I want to do something different, and I don't know what that different is, and I don't know how to get there, and I don't know where I'm going. I don't know where I'm headed. I don't know where I want to head. I'm not saying you have to know, but I'm saying that like it's common for it to seem like people have their life together and like they're doing everything they ever wanted, but part of it is, you know, they might be running from stuff. I think over the past year I've like worked on being alone and dealing with things alone, and I try and push off help a lot from people close to me. Like, I really want to write a book, like a poetry book. I don't know, like I just really want to write a book. I'm so lost. Dream of mine is to host a like morning talk show, baking, cooking show, like a Hallmark Home and Family vibe. And I think that's always caught my eye because when I was younger, I had people like that helped me and that I would watch whenever I was down, and I want to be that for somebody else. But I also want to impact people on a much deeper level than I am right now. I love you so much, and I appreciate you listening if you listened, watching if you watched, and following me along this random life journey if you have, because I definitely, I don't know where I would be in life without us, you and I, but I don't know where I'm going in life, and I don't know where I want to go necessarily, and I'm trying to figure it out still. So if you see me trying a bunch of random things, if you're wondering why the fuck I'm posting this or why the hell I'm going here, it's because I want to see if that interests me, and I want to see if it fulfills me on a deeper level than I'm fulfilled right now, which is nothing. Take everything I just said with a grain of salt and understand that it probably didn't make sense to you, and it didn't make sense to me either. But make sure to like, subscribe, comment, follow me if you want to. Turn on the notification bell. I'm posting a vlog Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Monday evening, Monday night. Monday there's another vlog coming out on here, a traditional regular vlog. And yeah, that's that. I love you. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Please stay safe, everybody. If you're going out doing shenanigans, please just be safe and protect each other. And I love you. Bye. Come closer. Mwah. My dry ass lips.